Rain hammered against the fogged-up windows of Mary's Diner, a lonely pit stop off Route 19 in rural Tennessee. The clock above the counter ticked toward 11:47 p.m. The neon "Open" sign flickered weakly, throwing red light over the empty booths and chrome tables. Inside, Emily Carter, a 24-year-old waitress with tired eyes and trembling hands, poured a cup of black coffee for three rugged bikers sitting at the far corner booth. Their leather jackets bore the patch of the Iron Faith Riders, a local motorcycle club known more for charity rides than trouble, though outsiders rarely knew that. Emily's fingers shook as she set the mug down. "Y'all okay, sweetheart?" asked Luke, the tall one with a scar across his chin. She hesitated, then leaned closer, voice trembling. Can I ask you something?" Luke nodded. Emily's whisper cut through the low hum of rain. "They won't stop following me." The diner fell silent. Even the old jukebox stopped mid-song. Perfect point for your narrator to slow the tone. Narrator, emotional, calm. Before I tell you what happened next, if you believe kindness can still change the world, hit that like button and subscribe to the Kindness Chronicles, because what these bikers did next shocked an entire town. Luke's brow furrowed. "Who's following you?" Emily's eyes darted to the window. Two black SUVs sat parked across the lot, engines still running. "They've been there for 3 nights, she whispered. "They follow me from work. I don't know who they are. I thought it was just my imagination, but tonight I saw one of them smiling when I looked back." The bikers exchanged a glance. "Stay here," Luke said, standing up. The chair's legs screeched across the tile. He motioned to Dean and Mark, his brothers in arms. Without another word, the 3 men walked toward the glass doors. Outside, the rain soaked through their leather jackets as they approached the SUVs. Inside, silhouettes shifted, someone rolled down a window. "Can I help you, boys?" a cold voice asked. Luke stared him down. "You've been following that girl for days." "Why?" The man smirked. "None of your business." Dean stepped forward. "It is now." The door opened slightly, a metallic click echoed in the rain. The man had a gun. Mark shouted, "Luke, get down." Before anyone could blink, the SUV's tires screeched, the cars sped off into the darkness, splashing water across the lot. Inside, Emily covered her mouth, shaking. Luke walked back in, drenched. "You weren't imagining it, honey." Tears streamed down her face. "Why are they doing this?" Luke sat down opposite her. "Tell me everything." Emily hesitated, then began to speak. "I used to work for Waverly and Company. Logistics," she said. "A trucking company out of Nashville. But they were smuggling things. Guns, drugs. I found out, and I quit. I didn't say anything, I swear. But last week, someone broke into my apartment. My cat was gone. My pictures were torn up. They left a note that said, 'Keep quiet.'" Her voice cracked. "I thought moving here would keep me safe." Dean clenched his jaw. "You did the right thing leaving. But now we're gonna make sure you're safe for good." The bikers stayed until closing. Luke insisted on escorting Emily home. The small diner emptied out, leaving only the buzz of the neon light and the hum of the refrigerator. Outside, as Emily locked the door, a faint snap echoed from the tree line, like a twig breaking. Her breath hitched. Luke immediately turned. "Get inside the bikes," he ordered. From the shadows, headlights. The black SUVs again. They sped toward the lot, engines roaring. Luke revved his Harley, blocking Emily's car with his bike. Dean and Mark followed, positioning themselves like a shield. The SUVs stopped just short. 4 men stepped out, faces hidden under baseball caps. "Move," one of them shouted. "This doesn't concern you." Luke's voice boomed, "You're right, it doesn't. But she does. And you'll have to go through us first." The leader smirked. "You got guts, old man." Then, a flash of light. A gunshot. Emily screamed. Glass shattered. Luke lunged forward, tackling Emily behind a car as another shot cracked through the air. The bikers fired warning shots from their sidearms, not to kill, just to scare. The attackers panicked, jumped into their vehicles, and tore off down the highway. Silence fell, broken only by Emily's sobs. Luke checked her, just a graze on her arm from shattered glass. "You're safe now," he whispered. "They won't touch you again." But deep down, Luke knew it wasn't over. Not yet. The next morning, news of the diner shootout spread fast. Sheriff Tom Willis questioned the bikers for hours, but Luke refused to back down. "These men are hunting her," he said. "And you know who runs Waverly Logistics, don't you?" The sheriff hesitated. "Nathan Waverly. He's got half the county in his pocket. Then we'll find proof ourselves." That evening, the Iron Faith Riders gathered in their clubhouse. Bibles and Harley parts shared the same shelf, a strange mix of faith and fire. Luke looked around the room. "We ride at dawn. We find Waverly's warehouse and expose every dirty secret he's hiding." Emily stood near the doorway, bandaged arm trembling. "You don't have to do this for me." Luke smiled gently. "Kid, sometimes God puts people in your path for a reason. We ain't leaving you behind." At sunrise, a convoy of motorcycles thundered down the Tennessee backroads, 30 riders strong, engines roaring like thunder rolling across the hills. Emily rode behind Luke, clutching his jacket. They reached the outskirts of Nashville, where the Waverly warehouse sat by the river, quiet, guarded. Dean lifted a drone controller. "Let's see what the sinners are hiding." The drone flew over the compound, capturing footage, trucks being loaded with crates labeled as construction supplies. But when one crate cracked open, it revealed rifles, dozens of them. Luke grinned. "That's all the proof we need." But before they could leave, gunfire erupted. Security guards had spotted the drone. Bullets hit the dirt around them as they raced toward their bikes. Emily screamed as one tire burst. Luke threw her behind cover. "Stay down." He revved his bike and rode straight toward the guards, engine screaming, dirt flying. Dean tossed a smoke grenade, covering their escape. They barely made it out alive. Later that night, Emily sat in Luke's garage as he cleaned the blood off his arm. "I don't understand," she said softly. "Why risk your life for me?" Luke looked at her, eyes tired but kind. "Because someone once saved me the same way," he said quietly. "When I was your age, I got lost in the wrong crowd. A waitress, just like you, hid me from the cops when I didn't deserve it. She said, 'You can still turn your life around.' I did. And now it's my turn." Tears welled in Emily's eyes. "Thank you, Luke." He smiled. "Don't thank me. Just keep believing there's still good out there." 2 days later, the footage went viral. News anchors ran the story. Local biker group exposes illegal arms ring, FBI arrests Nathan Waverly. The diner became a symbol of hope. People left flowers outside, thanking Emily and the Iron Faith Riders. One quiet evening, Emily stood behind the counter again, smiling as she poured coffee for Luke. He looked around the diner and grinned. "Place feels different now." Emily nodded. "Safer. Thanks to you." Luke raised his cup. "To kindness, the kind that fights back." She laughed softly. "To kindness." As the camera pans out, the diner's neon light glows warm this time, not flickering. Rain has stopped. The sky over Tennessee burns with a golden sunset. Narrator, soft, emotional close. Sometimes, angels don't have wings. Sometimes, they ride Harleys. If you believe kindness can still conquer fear, subscribe to the Kindness Chronicles. And share this story with someone who needs hope today.